Creative Director at Rose Loren Bridal and founder of the Flower Craft Academy. Do you realise just how quick and simple it is to make one of these gorgeous hairbands? Well, in this tutorial I'm going to show you how. And you'll always have something to quickly dress up your hair to make it pretty, add a bit of glam even. So let's take a look firstly at exactly what you're going to need. You're going to need a lightweight fabric, and make sure there isn't an obvious wrong side to the fabric. With a smaller flower frill, something as soft as chiffon is absolutely perfect. I'm using the medium template, so I'm going to need about 12 10 by 10 centimeter squares. You need 2 small pieces of felt, an elastic hairband, which honestly you can buy them anywhere, even at the supermarket, a needle and thread, of course your flower frill template, and scissors and glue. Now let's get stuck into it. So here's my medium flower frill. It's about 10 centimeters in diameter, and here is the elastic attached to it. Now honestly, you could attach a hair clip or even a brooch pin to it. Now here are the 2 packets of templates. In the one packet you get 2 small and 2 medium templates, and in the other packet you get 2 large and 2 extra large templates. Now, like I said, I made this with the medium template, so here it is, the mauve pack. And here is the mauve template. Okay, so to start, we need to put the template face down with the split facing us. And here I have all my fabric squares ready to go. I'm actually using a sheer curtaining fabric, so it's lightweight. There isn't an obvious face and back to it. It's got a little bit of body. So we just fold our square in half and pop it into the template and fold the template over. Now we need to make sure that that fold is right down the bottom here, and then we can fold it over again, and then fold the 2 outside pieces over and over. Now we need to cut this excess fabric off. I'm just using a normal pair of scissors, but you can try using pinking shears to get a nice frilly effect. And the corner down here where the fabric is all folded, I'm going to stitch through. Now here I'm leaving a tail on the end, and I have a nice big knot. Now holding that corner nice and tight, I'm going to pull the template off. Making sure the petal is still folded, I'm going to pin. And there we go, our first petal is ready. I'm going to make another. Now I'm stitching with the same needle and thread, so my first petal is attached to my second petal. There we go. And again, same thing. Pull the template off and pin the petal. So here are my 2 petals, and I have a few more to make. So here is my chain of petals. In this case I've got 12. So I'm going to trim off that needle and thread. We won't need that for a while. And I'm going to take the 2 ends of thread and I'm going to tie them in a knot. In fact, I'm going to tie them in 3 knots just to make sure it's nice and tight and secure. 2 and 3. So there we go, starting to form a flower. Now we can remove the pins, we won't need those. Okay, so here we go. Now at the back here I'm going to put a piece of felt. So here's my circle of felt, and I'm going to use fabric glue. Now I love fabric glue because it dries clear, it stays flexible, and it's washable. But if you want to use hot glue, If you're a hot glue person, then fine, you do that. So I'm going to trim the thread off. Now I need to open all these petals one by one. They're still folded, so it's just a matter of pulling them apart, pulling them out of their folds. Now, if you are using hot glue, it would probably be best to unfold your petals first and then glue your felt to the back. But because my glue is still wet and soft, I'm able to still move my petals while it is drying. And there we go. So there's the flower. Now on the back here I have to attach my elastic hairband and a piece of felt, and this felt is oval shaped, about the width of a ponytail. I'm going to use a needle and thread to first of all attach the elastic hairband. So I'm just stitching through the felt and I'm making a loop to attach the elastic hairband. I'm going to do a few stitches here, and I'm making sure that as well as going through the felt, I'm also going through the flower petals. So it's all going to be attached in one, nice and tight. We want this elastic to be very secure. So just a few stitches, remembering that this is going to be covered with glue and another piece of felt, so it's going to be very secure. So I'm just going to knot it off. And trim away that thread. Now I'm putting the piece of felt over the top. Again, lots of fabric glue, but also again, if you want to use hot glue, go ahead. Okay, so that is going to go over the top. So not only is it going to add secureness, it's going to make sure that those threads aren't coming undone and everything's being kept where it should be, but it also tidies it up nicely. So it looks just as nice underneath as on top. So just give it a nice, good press and we'll let that dry a little. And there we have it. Remembering that we could just as easily have attached a hair clip or a brooch pin to our flower frill in the same way. So pretty, isn't it? And there you have it. Now you can always have pretty hair. No excuse. You can use those fabric scraps that are always left over. These ones I've made out of a very, very lightweight cotton fabric, and the underside was barely noticeable from the good side, so it was absolutely perfect. And what a great gift too. Your little girls are going to adore them. But you're going to need your flower frill templates first, and you can get them right from the Flowercraft Academy's eBay shop. There's a link just below this video here. Once you've got your flower frill templates, you're on your way, so click that link and happy crafting.